All right. Well, I just completed the game again. By the way, spoilers ahead. The dragon fight at the end, this is my first time completing the game. I completed it twice before the patch in December. This is the first time going through that fight. Much improved, much more fun. Still the same basic premise, but it was enjoyable. So the Dimro Gate is open, and we are at the bridge of Khazad-dûm, and this is my favorite place to build a fortress. So I cleared out as much as I could in the front, and I built an enhanced version of a previous video's fortress. I added a grand staircase, and of course my standard gatehouse. When you come in the front, obviously the first thing is storage. Now I do have my materials scattered, and I use a lot of it to build. I also like this grand entrance hall. You know, dwarves in the architecture that I've seen in other books and describe large halls that are carved of stone. So I really like the ornate carvings. Now, some of what you're seeing here is obviously endgame materials, so be warned there. So this direction to the left, I have 5 of the large smelters. It's the most I could fit in here. And I built there's 3 decks to this room. This is one of the big rooms with the 2 pillars of materials, and everything's been cleaned, and a level granite floor. I have 2 forges, a bunch of small smelters or foundries. I have plaques that I have not filled yet completely. Some of them I have. A little bit of a armory slash memorial. Different armor sets for the different games that I've played. I have a standard forge area here. I like putting the materials around the outside wall, since there's a lot of nooks and crannies. It's just easier. I only really smelt bars when I need to, though it might help condense some of the materials. I used a bunch of pallets just for aesthetics rather than the boxes, though those larger size boxes are pretty nice. I've got more stone and wood than I know what to do with. Down the center on this wing, I just have wood and stone and more stone and even more stone. It's ridiculous. And then of course salt and amber. So back to the central corridor here, the grand hearth is up there. I put the stone in the center. You know, I took a bunch of them for inspiration from Pyrobec, another fortress base walkthrough video guy. And these tunnels, I love these tunnels. Nothing says dwarf to me rather than this tunnel. And the staircase going up to the second area. So when I come in, obviously I come here. I have my memorial wall of spears and hammers for all the games I've completed. I have chests for quick meals before I reprovision for the adventure at hand, and of course the metal fragments for the repair area. I really wish we could color code bags. I posted that the other day, because I have different loadouts for different bags depending on what I'm doing: mining, adventuring, exploring, trying to maximize the amount of room I have. This area is storage for materials like gems and and food and other things. So when you come, you can just quickly drop things off. I'm going to show you my new brewery. It is awesome. I went all out. I realized in my first one that I didn't have the King's brew silo yet, and it was a mistake not having enough room for that. So this obviously leads out to the hallway. I've cleaned up this hall back into Dwarrowdelf. I will give you a tour of the bottom part of the brewery. Now, I did wood inlay to match the brewing tanks. I also have 4 King's Brew here. It's the most I could fit in. They are massive. And I put these little staircases so you wouldn't have to figure out how to get up there. I thought it looked nice. And so there's 4 of them in the center. I also put up this wood and lattice work. I wanted a old-time tavern brew house feeling. Again, if developers are listening, a nice-looking corner piece would be awesome. Anyway, so and of course, this is the other side of where the armory / museum is. And I put up the lattice work. It's just decorative. I don't think in this case it did anything to support anything. Okay, why don't we go upstairs and I'll show you the general living area. Now, I did build this for 8 dwarves. Oh no, I'm sorry. 5 dwarves, which is the most I could get players to join me. So there are 4 of the King's brew tanks, 7 of the large brew tanks, and 7 of the small ones. And they should all be full. Though I did notice another, I think it's a bug, maybe you all can comment, but the King's brew tank, I have all 7. The brew kettle, I have all 7 recipes. But the brew tank itself, the medium-sized one, I only have 5, which is a little odd. I think it might be a bug. Anyway, so again, nice wood inlay here. I put the wood over stone, which it's a little frustrating, but once you get it started and locked in, it does well. Well, looks like a piece of railing fell off on me here. I still do get an occasional piece falling off here or there randomly for no explained reason whatsoever. I have 6 of the mills, resource intensive, but I do a lot of cooking for us. There's just the view from up top. No, there's another missing piece. Don't know what to do with up here. It's just an open area, like a balcony. I'll show you the living quarters next. So in the center, there's the grand hearth, and I do large production baking, so I have 6 of those, a couple of stoves, a couple of grills. Now, all the rooms are not outfit. There are 5, and they are larger suites. I could have put enough for 8 in here, but I wanted them decked out. So here's my treasure, and the monument to honor the ancestors, of course. I actually prefer the armor I'm wearing over the mithril. I have a couple of suits of it. It looks too fancy, but I think the shadow protection is better on this armor. I don't know exactly how to tell. A couple of elven chests. I love the look of the elven chest. My own stove, and of course every dwarf needs a tank of evening ale and a tank of hobgoblet lager. This is for when you go to bed at night, start your bangers and mash or your scones, and when you wake up in the morning, you eat, you grab your hop goblet, and you're ready to explore for the day. And if you wanted any other beer, of course, it's right on the other side. So there are 5 rooms like that, and 2 crafting areas like this on this side. Oh, looks like I'm missing a piece of railing. So I have not populated these rooms yet. I gave them wood paneling, more of a home feeling. Oh, there's another missing piece. I really hope in January they fix some of these issues, these bugs. Again, this is just as on the other side. Don't know quite what to do with this area yet. I guess I can make a little guest room if I wanted. Now there is a dual staircase and an overlook at the front. Here's that other crafting area. I wanted to make the crafting areas convenient to those dwarves that would join me in my world. Not that many have. I have a few friends playing the game, but I love this layout. Very efficient. So here's the overlook to the hallway. Now on the 3rd floor, there's 2 things. One, a very large farm, and I moved some of it already. I just harvested. I like putting these, I like the look of the elven chest, but I like putting these at the end, so I make sure I don't have any growable plants in my backpack. I'll run up the line, gather and plant, and then immediately drop the results in the crate. Now these crate, obviously the elven chests are too large, but I like the look better than the crate. So I have each one of these smaller areas before me every 4 days produce 45, and this line here of wheat produces 126 every 4 days if you replant exactly what you planted. Sometimes I rotate things out if I need something. So this is all my sunlight area. And then way back here, I can put in a couple of more rows. I had moved them to the other video I just did. But this is my mushroom production area because it's dark here. I guess you really can't see out from here, but that's the bridge out to the Dimrow Gate. And now we'll give you a top view of the brewery. I really made the brewery the focus since the first time I played through the game. I barely brewed anything, and I had a hard time. And then I realized in the second playthrough that the reason I had a hard time was I didn't brew anything. That was a mistake. So here's the, you see I just put these in because I completed the game. The brewing's going on, but there's 4 of them up here. I haven't figured out a better way other than hop up here and just craft. These are at a more manageable height. You can just walk up to here and craft. I figured any dwarf that was going to stay long-term at some place wouldn't bother with climbing ladders all the time. Whoa! All the way down. Express elevator. And you just pull out what you need. Not quite done yet. So that's it. One nice big fortress. The workflow is I've optimized it. I've had 3 or 4 of these builds now, where you come in, you repair, you drop off your metal, drop off your food, your gems, your leather, your cloth, your miscellaneous stuff. Clears out the bulk of your inventory. Then you drop off your resources by making a circuit through here. Stone and wood are in the central area, metal on the outside. You go upstairs. That is here to mark. Sometimes they get turned around because I've made things so symmetrical which way is to the living quarters. Do your crafting, cooking, milling, go in for your beer, your evening ale, start your cooking, go to sleep, wake up, eat, get your stuff, and you're ready to rock and roll. Alright, well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video and it inspires some of you like Pyrovac and a few others have inspired me. Thank you.